Ciao and welcome, chicken deboning time again. I think chickens are beginning to get a little bit wary in the area because I keep deboning them and eating them. Deboned chicken is in cling film. I'll deal with that in a minute. Before that I want to make a little marinade. So I've got some rosemary here which I'm going to be peeling. I think it's a little bit more than what I need, so most probably half will be fine. Couple of mint leaves and 4 sage leaves. These are all fresh from our garden. A few fennel seeds. Ideally if you can find wild fennel, even better, but I don't, so I'm using fennel seeds. A few chili flakes. And the zest from half a lemon. This is half a lemon because I already used the zest for something else before, so if you want to use a whole lemon as well, that's fine, but I think half a lemon will be fine. When making a marinade, my advice is not to be too excessive with one single ingredient, otherwise it will be taking over everything. So lemon is quite strong, so be careful. And a small amount of lard. This is approximately 7 grams. And I'm going to be making a battuto, which is an Italian word for bashing something. So got a good knife in front of me here and start going up and down and amalgamate everything together. I almost forgot thyme. We need to put some thyme in, and I will add it now. It's not a problem at all.
It's tiny anyway.
Tiny anyway, indeed, yes. Try not to put the little branches in like I am. And before I go back to my battuto, I'll add a little salt. So you're looking for a fairly moist and a semi-dry sort of mix now. And why are you laughing? Moist and semi-dry.
Moist and semi-dry, right.
And add a little olive oil and a small, tiny little amount of white wine.
All on the chopping board.
All on the
Never
chopping
seen
board.
this done before, everybody. This is new for me.
There you go, there's something new for everybody, including you. What I've not mentioned to you is that I'm going slightly native with this video, back to my Sicilian route. I'll explain why in a minute. So my battuto is nearly ready, but one last thing, as not everybody like it, garlic. I will be adding also 1 medium clove of garlic, which I will be squeezing in with my garlic crusher. So obviously if you don't like garlic, don't follow this step. But if you do like garlic and you're using a crusher, make sure that you get it all out. Back to my chicken now, and there isn't a bone inside in this chicken, totally deboned. I'm gonna be removing the cling film, but I'll keep it because I will want to do something in a moment. I'll turn it the other way first and belly down. Put the cling film back on top. And I will give a bash using my trusted basher, and as there isn't a single bone inside, it's much easier. I want to make this as flat as possible.
Okay.
Wonderful. Turn it the other way around. Don't forget any chicken bits left behind. Give it a little adjustment to make sure that it's back in shape. And there it is. Apply a drizzle of olive oil, get hold of the battuto mix and put it on top. And part of going native means having to also use your hands and just spread it across the chicken, all over it. Just on one side, you don't need to do the part where the skin is. If you don't fancy, by the way, using lard, although I didn't use a lot, you can use a little butter to help it combine. It helps to keep the battuto together.
Is it ready to cook?
Nearly there. So the battuto is on, and what I'll do next, I'll fold it in half, and I will leave it to rest now for a good half an hour so that the marinade does all of its magic. So I'll see you in about half an hour. I did mention native, and this is what I mean. I will be starting a fire from scratch. I wanted to make this video accessible to everybody. I do actually have a barbecue, but also I've got a pizza oven. But this is me going back 40 plus years now. As a young lad, both myself and my younger brother Stefano used to have a job in the summer to go and find wood to start the fire. And I used to absolutely love it. We would wait for my mum and dad to come back from town. They used to have a shop where they sell electrical stuff, and we would have all of the fire ready for barbecuing. And to remain true to those values, I am replicating the same methodology. So Julie has found some pieces of sticks for me. So I've made sure that what I use today is all sourced from scrap wood that we have in the garden.
Yeah, pretty much from our trees.
Yes. Even the coconut shell, I've kept it.
Didn't grow that, everybody, but yes.
I was attempting to make something nice with it, but it broke. So while the fire goes, I'll show you my construction. I've got a table here, and it's just a bench to make sure that it's safe. I put some bricks underneath and a slab, and then some normal general bricks which we have in the garden. They don't even match. So that is measured up for my griddle later, and it's perfect. So no excuses. You can do this as well. The wind is getting up, but we are almost done. The fire is nearly ready. Reason why I mentioned, by the way, almost native is because as a young lad, I would have been nothing like this. I would have been barefoot, just wearing my trunks and looking like Tarzan, most probably. And we used to go and lived in town during the winter months, and come the end of May, early June, I would have gone to Cocina, which is this place where my mum and dad have a house near the beach, and I would have moved there for pretty much 3 months and spent the entire summer, no shoes, looking like a wild thing, and absolutely loved it. And when I do go back, I tend to go back to my roots because I try to try and remember those lovely memories and try and live those lovely memories, and it is actually really nice. So here we are, half an hour on, and my son for my birthday bought me a little gift. You can tell, and I'm going to be using it today for the first time. And here is my chicken. It's been marinating nicely, and I'm going to be lifting it and put it in my new griddle.
Fits nicely.
And if you've got any bits of chicken left over, don't forget to bring them in as well. This one has got a little clip, so you can safely lock it, and there it is, ready for the fire. I'll show you that in a moment. And my fire is ready. Ensure that you pat it down, because it's a little bit high, and you don't want to burn your chicken. And of course, you don't have to do all of this. You can always buy charcoal, but I wanted to replicate what I was doing when I was a child. The chicken goes on, and I'm going to be leaving it for a good 30 minutes to most probably 45 minutes. It's not going to take as long as if it was with the bones, because quite clearly no bones, so it's going to be much quicker. So I'll leave it for half an hour, and then we will have a look, okay? See you then.
Wow, do you know, I can smell it already.
Okay. 15 minutes in, and I'm now going inside to just ensure that the fire is equally spread, and it's looking pretty good.
It's smelling lovely.
I'm finding that the fire is a little bit too strong, so what I'll do, I'll put a couple of pieces of wood on each side and raise the griddle so that it doesn't burn the bottom of the chicken. Improvisation. See you soon. Great, 25 minutes in, and I think I'll turn it around for the last few minutes now. So I'll get rid of these. Oh, look at that. It's looking really nice.
Oh, lovely.
5 to 10 minutes and it will be ready. And I think we're ready. I'll just show you why it's ready. I'll turn it around again, get hold of a knife and stab it. You will see that just like a normal barbecue, really, there are not pink juices, and it's all going through. Also, you don't want to overcook it because it will be too dry and that'll be a shame. You want it nice and moist, but obviously it needs to be cooked. So let's move indoors and see what we've done. Let's have a look. smell is absolutely delightful.
Delicious.
I should have mentioned, by the way, that if you want to debone your own chicken, just click on the link above here. Sorry, look like a traffic warning. And there is a video I've done where I show you how you can debone a chicken. It takes approximately 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes today, but if you're doing it for the first time, it'll take you 20, but the more you do it, the quicker. And one more thing, and again, I'll post the link as well up here. This is what we're gonna be having with ours. This is a Mediterranean salad, which has got aubergines and peppers and tomatoes and onions, all done on the barbecue with some olive oil and olives and fresh tomatoes. And a lovely marinade with balsamic vinegar and delicious. Again, the link will be up there if you want to make that as well. But let's see what this is like. Oh, the smell is very good. Bone. I lied.
You've literally mentioned at least twice how there are no bones.
Yeah, well, must have been the only
You
bone.
always were lucky.
There you go, I was lucky. It is really fabulous, as you would imagine. And I have to say, although we do have a gas barbecue, and it is wonderful, convenient, you just press it on and 10 minutes and you're ready. Doing something like this on a real fire is a spectacular different taste. Always wonderful. And that is why I enjoy doing it. But nothing less with the gas fire. If you have got the ability to debone a chicken and do it, do make it. It's really nice. And all you need is a few sticks. My son Alessandro to buy you one of those. And off you go. Ciao, arrivederci and buon appetito. See you later.